Hello, Internet, and welcome to the Spin Session Podcast. I am the Time Wizard, and I'll be your host. For those new to me and my content, I'm a Marvel Rivals streamer over on Twitch and on YouTube, and I upload shorts to TikTok and YouTube whenever I can. Most of my community is either LGBTQ or neurodivergent to some degree, myself included as I'm bi and autistic. So this podcast was created to give individuals like myself a chance to talk about themselves, their experiences, or their special interests, or SPIN for short. For today's episode, I am again joined by another one of my fantastic mods, Random Guy. Do you want to tell everyone about yourself, your Rivals experience, and anything else you want to mention?
Hello, I am Random Guy. I'm one of the mods for the Time Wizard. And with Rivals, I'm often finding myself forced on the tank or strategist, whether I want to or not. Honestly, though, even if I get the hate from everyone, all the DPS blaming me, I still know that I'm doing the right thing when I'm healing my tanks. Better critical health, you know? Now, a lot of people may know me from making content often themed around the Nintendo game, The Legend of Zelda, uh, which is, gonna be honest, one of my favorite games of all time. It's a classic for me.
Yeah, I haven't really played that many Zelda games before. I played a couple, but not that many. Is that what you're talking about, or is there something else we're going into today?
Yeah, more so like just the all-in-all grand scheme of Legend of Zelda as a whole.
Okay, yeah. So is there any particular game or any particular subject you want to start with?
Yes, and that would be, as brought up, The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. Because in said game, they have designed all these hidden mechanics that most players wouldn't even know about or notice within their first gameplay.
Right. I tried to play Breath of the Wild, and this is a hot take. Everyone can boo me if they want, but I didn't like Breath of the Wild. I thought it was an okay RPG and a terrible Legend of Zelda game. So maybe that's just me.
I'm not gonna flame you. I thought the same thing when I first played it. Very different from the original games.
Right. I'm sure it appeals to a certain market, but it just wasn't my kind of game. It wasn't what I expected out of a Zelda game, and it's not what I wanted to play.
I would prefer they go back to the original formula.
Right. Yeah, I definitely like the original games. So not necessarily the original, but I prefer like Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask and all of that.
Yeah, some of the more popular and most well known and commonly high rated Zelda games.
Right.
And honestly, for very good reason. Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask especially are truly beautiful games.
Right.
So, something about Breath of the Wild is it has really, really hard to notice details. For example, upon starting the game, you wake up in a cave, right? Exiting this cave, you find an old man.
Yes.
And I've seen so many people who haven't realized yet that is, as is the whole game, a parallel to the original Zelda game for the Nintendo Entertainment System.
It's dangerous to go alone. Take this.
In where you start out just outside the cave, going in there to meet an old man. And as The Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild and the original are designed, they're some of the most open games in the franchise, as well as having access to multiple ways to solve certain puzzles. One more freely than the other, of course.
Right.
Now, one of the most well-known things about this franchise would be its infamous timeline.
Yes, I'm very well
as
aware
it
of its
is
very confusing timeline.
very jumbled up, and not many people seem to fully understand said timeline. And honestly, I get it. This is confusing. I mean, why does it have these multiple branching paths and whatnot?
Right. I mean, I kind of understand it, but let's pretend that I don't for the class.
So, with this timeline, it doesn't even start with a game, but rather starts with the creation of the world before any of the games even take place.
That makes sense.
With the first game in the timeline and not being something you might think of like the first Zelda game or like Ocarina of Time, but rather The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword, originally released for the Nintendo Wii. Personally, one of my favorite consoles of all time. I don't think I need to explain why. In this game, it sets up the major story for the rest of the timeline, with the main antagonist Demise placing a curse on them at the end, leaving them in an endless cycle. Hence, we have this timeline. Between this one and the next game, the Minish Cap, there is the Sacred Realm being sealed off to trap, like the demon spirit, and Hyrule Kingdom, which is where most of the games take place, fully being established. And in Minish Cap, we are introduced to the race of the Fakori. And the Fakori, or the Minish, don't really do much. But the reason it chooses to introduce these is because it adds a little detail of how when cutting grass in the game, you might find money or something. And they hide those in there, the grass.
Right.
Minish Cap, it's truly a fun game, gotta say.
Right. Is there anything in particular that, like, what's your favorite thing about it? Like any one particular thing?
Honestly, I loved. For context, Zelda games have what are called dungeons, which are like these big areas with puzzles ending with a boss. And the first one of the Minish Cap, the final boss, is the simple enemy of just a little slime, which, when normally playing it, like they're just these little guys, aren't doing much. But you do this while shrunk down into a tiny little guy, and this slime is huge, and you truly see the scale at which we're playing on in this game.
Right.
It's one of my favorite moments from when I first played this game. The next game, I'm going to be honest, Four Swords, I never really played it that much simply because I didn't have a lot of friends who would come over just to play a little game for a little bit. But from what I have played, it's really fun and unique with its multiplayer style of having the 4 different players at the same time. All you're intended to work together, but in the same vein as Mario, it's just people trying to be jerks. And honestly, it's an amazing experience.
Right. Is it like a multiplayer game?
Yeah, but with how old it is, it's not like online or something, but rather you all had to connect your controllers to the console.
Right.
And you were just playing on the couch together.
Yeah. Definitely.
Which, yeah, when you don't have a lot of friends who are interested in the series, it's hard to play it, because you need to have multiplayer, from what I remember at least.
Right. I don't like games that you have to have multiplayer. Like, they're good to have around for whenever you do have friends, but if it's a game that you really want to play and you don't have the option to add bots, it's kind of frustrating. Or if you can't play by yourself, like Rivals.
Yeah, honestly, I feel like it's even worse in the modern day, like with online gaming, you need to pay for X console subscription to be able to play online. To say you bought Helldivers for your Xbox, but you don't have Xbox Game Pass, you just can't play that game, like, at all. Which is really poor design in modern gaming.
Right. I think that if I buy a game, I should be able to play that game to its fullest extent without having to buy some kind of subscription. Even though I play on Xbox. Yeah. That's why I try to play free-to-play games like Fortnite and Rivals, because you don't have to have Xbox Live for that. Or Xbox, like the premium stuff. You just have to have an account, and that's it. Because it's free-to-play.
Which is, honestly, although sad to say, hey, I only play free-to-play games, it's better to play that than to be losing money constantly for a subscription just to play a game you purchased.
Right. Especially if it's just for like one specific game. If it's for multiple games, then fine, whatever. But if you're just doing it so you have access to one singular game that you already bought and paid for, that's absolutely absurd. Especially with what PlayStation's doing and killing their production of disc games. That's annoying, very annoying.
Absolutely.
Whenever the wifey and I were deciding to get a second console, we landed on getting another Xbox instead of getting a PlayStation like we planned on it because of the announcement from PlayStation. So Sony actively lost money from us because of their announcement.
I feel like at this point, as a whole, they're going to drive themselves into the ground with all their canceling physical games.
Yeah. We opted to get another Xbox, then this one has a disc drive, and that's why I'm able to play my disc games now, like Crash and Elden Ring, etc.
Nice. Is it the Series S?
Yeah, it's the new model, the newest model. Just this one has a disc drive. Nice. Our other one is also the newest model, just without the disc drive.
I see.
Yeah. It does feel
now,
weird.
We want to go back to like the timeline.
I'm sorry?
If we want to go back to like the Zelda timeline, right?
Yeah, we can circle back.
So after Four Swords is the iconic The Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time, which is, friendly reminder for those who may not know, the highest rated video game of all time.
I believe that.
Receiving a remake soon, sometime this year, for the Nintendo Switch 2. Sadly, I don't have that console, so I won't be playing it. But, you know, it's... And for good reason, this is highly rated. Because the story starts off as you're just a young boy who is now forced into saving the world, essentially. But then, after, like, saving the people of Hyrule once, Ganondorf, the main villain, takes over Hyrule Castle, burning it to the ground, where Link ends up having to pull the Master Sword, which keeps him sealed away for 7 years. I mean, he's essentially experiencing this time in an instant. Think like the blip in the MCU. These people experienced 5 years in the span of like 3 seconds.
Right.
So now he is just a child, essentially, in the body of a grown man. And he has to save the world from this man who simply wants the power. He wants to rule over the kingdom, no matter what.
Right.
And at the end of the game, it causes the iconic timeline split.
Before you get too far into this, even though it's a 30-year-old game, spoiler warning to anyone who is living under a rock. You can continue.
Yes, huge spoiler warning for The Rock.
Patrick Star, I'm so sorry.
I get it.
Carry on.
So after Zelda Ocarina of Time, right at the end of the game, Zelda sends Link back to the past to experience the childhood he lost, which was a horrible idea because she created the timeline split and basically screwed over her own timeline. So now in the first of three branches in the timeline, we have the adult era. The first game in it being The Legend of Zelda, The Wind Waker, where a little kid named Link, it's his birthday, his sister got kidnapped on his birthday. So now he's not even the chosen hero. He wants to save his sister. And one of the most beautiful parts of this game, not even one, there's so many. First of all, the art style. It was hated on when it first came out for being too cartoony. And now it's beloved by so many because it's actually aging well. Unlike all the attempts at realism that horribly aged.
Right.
But one of the people's favorite things about this game is the fact that Link isn't on this mission because he's the chosen hero. Disconnected there. He's trying to save his sister and ends up essentially forcing the gods into making him the chosen hero so that he can actually defeat Ganondorf and, get some vengeance for his sister. Because that's all he can do is be the chosen hero in order to actually be able to beat this man. And he succeeds. So then we have its sequel, Phantom Hourglass. Genuinely one of the most hated games.
I didn't realize that one came after Ocarina of Time.
Yeah, this is the direct sequel.
Oh, like timeline-wise, duh.
Yeah. This one is hated for one big reason. It wanted to use the 3DS's stylus controls. So to move and attack and stuff, you have to use the stylus, which is just really uncomfortable.
I don't like that even to you just describing it. That sounds awful.
Yeah. And there's a pan flute thing that you gotta blow into the mic to do. It's so weird.
That sounds horrible.
To play this game. But it's a really fun game. It's annoying to play because of the controls, but it's a really fun game.
I imagine if you enjoy tapping, and swiping, and blowing, I'm sure some people are into that.
Yeah. Now, after the events of this game, Link and Zelda discover a full new continent and form the new Kingdom of Hyrule. And at the end of this timeline, the adult era, we have Spirit Tracks. This is the train one. It's fun. And funny because you have a train.
Right. I think I tried to play this one as a kid, but I never got that far into it.
That's fair. Honestly, perfect for the people with autism, like myself, who love trains.
Yeah.
That's the main thing I got this game, was I loved trains. Number one. So yeah, that's the end of the adult era, and I forgot to bring up that before the Wind Waker, Ganon comes back, but because the world doesn't have the hero anymore, he takes over, so the gods decide to flood the world. Yeah. The second, and personally my favorite timeline, is the Child Era, which has the direct sequel to Ocarina of Time, Majora's Mask. Now, although this game certainly isn't for the younger audience, it's such a beautiful story. Because Link, who at this time has he's experienced his life as an adult, but is now a child, is saving a world that is doomed to end in 3 days. In 3 days, the moon will crash and destroy the world.
Right.
Which leaves him in this position. This isn't even a real world. This is some alternate reality, Termina, not Hyrule. Yet he still chooses to save the world that is being destroyed by a mere, essentially a child, a Skull Kid, with the Majora's Mask, which is one of the most powerful items in the Zelda franchise. And in this game, Link is going throughout this world, healing the souls of those who've passed, being the Deku child, or the Zora musician Mikau, or Dormani, the great Golan warrior. And after healing their souls, they leave behind a mask that contains their spirit. And he uses these to help him save these people.
Right.
All in it for a world that doesn't exist. It's truly one of the most beautiful games I have played ever.
Right.
And next up is The Legend of Zelda Twilight Princess. This is one of my favorites because the motion controls are really well done, unlike in Skyward Sword. The story is amazing. Link becomes a furry, and it has the best companion, Midna. In this game, it shows us what happened after Link told the royal family of Hyrule that Ganondorf was a bad man. And the only proof he had was after coming back from essentially the future with the marking of the Triforce showing he was chosen. So in this timeline, instead of Ganondorf taking over Hyrule, he is stopped before that can happen and is executed and sent to what is the Twilight Realm. The Twilight Realm is like where all of Hyrule's worst criminals go, and all these ancient, horrible people called the Interlopers ended up. We don't know anything about these people, at all. We just know that during a war for the Triforce, they were banished, which pretty much created like a whole tribe. And this game has the character that is the hero's shade, who is the original, like the Link from the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask. And he's now just like a dead skeleton. And if you're wondering what happened to him, again, nobody knows. I hate saying.
Oh, did you disconnect again?
Things saying like we don't know all in all over and over.
I don't mean to interrupt you, but you went quiet for a second. Do you mind going back just a brief minute?
Oh yeah, I cut out for a bit. Where did I cut out? I can go back there.
I don't know exactly where you cut out.
Oh yeah, I'll just go back a bit.
Okay.
So this game has the hero's shade, which is Link from Ocarina of Time and Majora's Mask, as like a skeleton. And everyone may be asking like, what happened to him for him to be like this? But nobody knows because Nintendo still hasn't given any official answer. If you want an answer though, I recommend Hero's Purpose. It's an animated series by Major Link on YouTube. It's an amazing story. The finale is coming out hopefully soon. I greatly recommend it. It's amazing.
Right.
And after this, we have Four Swords Adventures, which is another multiplayer one. This one is better though, because like you can control them. You can play it single player, which makes it better in my eyes because I can play it alone. And that's the end of the child timeline, which is the second area. The third and final branch of the timeline is the Downfall timeline, which is basically where all the older games go. Starting with A Link to the Past, the first game to have the Master Sword, and the third ever Zelda game. An amazing one, even if you can beat it within like 5 minutes using a glitch. I will not go into detail though. Uh, in this game, Link is woken up, uh, hearing a message, like a telepathic message from the princess, who is locked in Hyrule Castle by an evil wizard, who turns out to just be secretly Ganondorf, essentially. Or Ganon, not Ganondorf. Uh, and this, like, in the intro to this game, Link's uncle, he goes out, and when Link gets his way to Hyrule Castle, he finds him there dead, saying a line that is very well known in the Zelda community and very mysterious, being Zelda is your, and it cuts off as he dies. We don't know what he was going to say. It's still one of the most mysterious lines in the series. And then there's Koholint Island. This is the direct sequel to A Link to the Past, having the same Link again. This one is another representation of how this man chooses to save the people that he finds. Because he wakes up on an island called Koholint Island, where he meets all these amazing people, only to find out that this whole island is a dream. It's not even real. So he is going through this island both to save the people and to help him, to help himself feel at peace. So he's finding these magic instruments to wake the Windfish, one of the magical deities within the franchise that we don't know much about. And upon waking the Windfish, the dream ends. And he finds himself just stranded in the ocean on his raft, where he started at the beginning of the game, losing all of these people that he grew to love, because they weren't even real. Truly one of the best ways to show that he is, without a doubt, just there to help the people.
Right. Helping the people.
And then
is always the priority.
After this game is two games. They take place at the same, not the same time, but they're interchangeable in the timeline. The Oracle of Ages and the Oracle of Seasons. Now, the timeline has changed a lot, so this Link may or may not be the same one as the previous two. It's weird. Maybe it's the same one. It could not be, though. It's unclear at this point. But this one is he's saving two separate countries. They're outside of Hyrule, pretty much just because he was told to by the Triforce, which is a powerful relic with truly powerful capabilities, as someone touching it can reshape the world in their image, grant their wish, or give them godlike power. Pretty much just because he was told to do this, he did. I don't remember where they take place. I forgot the names. These ones are really fun, although they are very similar. They have really fun mechanics. One of them, you change the season to solve certain puzzles. Like something, you gotta swap between like summer and fall to do this. And the other one is time travel. You gotta change something in the past to, proceed in the present. Which, it's a pretty cool idea, executed well. Next is one of my favorite 2D Zelda games, A Link Between Worlds. Because it has some of my favorite characters, like Ravio. He's really funny to me. Honestly, love his design and whatnot. But my favorite thing is the mechanic of, going into the wall, becoming a painting, similar to, what you might see in Mario Odyssey. Like those special walls where you become 8-bit. So, something kind of like that. Really fun. Really fun. Well designed. The music, amazing. And the final dungeon, amazing music. And I'm gonna be honest, all Zelda games have amazing music. I mean, I'm just gonna skip this one. It's Triforce Heroes. I hate this game.
That's a valid
The
reason to
Legend
skip
of
it.
Zelda, The Legend of Zelda: Echoes of Wisdom. This is the newest Zelda game. This is the one. This is one that's kind of weird because of its playstyle. With Zelda as the main character, you play as Princess Zelda, who, like, the main playstyle of this, you don't just have a sword and go around, but rather you basically just like copy the enemies you find. It's really fun. It's really great puzzles too, and the things you can do in it is they're really funny. And then next game is the first ever The Legend of Zelda. Link is traveling to Death Mountain, and he's gonna fight Ganon, you know, the big bad, to restore peace to the Kingdom of Hyrule. Because, you know, why not? And then after this, sorry, I just sneezed a bit.
It's okay.
Right after this, we have The Adventure of Link. A lot of people hate this one because it is very different. But a really good comparison I can make is it played quite a bit like Hollow Knight, actually. In fact, if I remember correctly, this game is actually like a lot of stuff is taken from this for Hollow Knight. So yeah, there's a fact for you. And yeah, that would actually be the end of the timeline. And if you're wondering about the two most recent 3D ones, Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, those actually aren't necessarily on the timeline. They take place like 10,000 years after everything, maybe more. So yeah, they aren't even really connected to these at all. Really sad. So yeah, that's the timeline very, very briefly explained with very little detail.
I honestly thought that would have taken longer. That only took you about 30 minutes.
Oh wow.
These
I mean, to be
episodes
fair,
usually
when
last an
you're
hour. So, anything else you want to talk about on Zelda?
maybe not on Zelda, but
Or in general?
music design as a whole. And you know, one of my favorite examples of this, pretty relevant too, with a recent movie that's come out. There's this really cool thing. It's called Epic the Musical, written by Jorge Rivera's, and it's a retelling of the Odyssey as like a musical, not a stage production, just the songs, the concept album. But it's a really well designed, as like each character has their own specific instrument. Like our main character Odysseus, his is like the guitar. And it's not like a specific guitar, it changes to match his feelings. If he's like angry or ready for battle, it'll play like an electric guitar. If he's like vulnerable and emotional, it'll be just like an acoustic guitar, nice and calm, showing like, you know, he's just a man. Or his wife Penelope, who's represented by the viola. And it uses like so much design. It's so well thoughtfully crafted. Like I can't even explain it. I'd have to say you should give it a listen. It's really good music. But it goes through the Odyssey, and it's showing it's very different from the original story. But it's different in a good way. It's an amazing story and a great way to retell such an old story. Spoilers for this 3,000-year-old story, I should say, you know.
Yeah, just in case. Just you know.
Yeah, just in case. But like they have the Cyclops that they face early on. They have to deal with Circe. She has to deal with Calypso. And when he gets home, he finds his wife with the suitors, who he just, goes off killing them all, because they're being horrible people instead of just accepting the king has returned. They're trying to kill his son. They're trying to kill him. So he has to stand his ground. And one of my favorite parts about this musical is how it uses the music, because if you do you know what a motif is?
Pretend I don't for the viewers.
So a motif is like part of music that represents something. I can use Marvel Rivals as an example. There's like the Rivals till the end motif. It's like the da 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 da, like when you open the game in like season 1. That's a motif. The specific strings or something. The music.
Yes.
And the epic uses specific motifs to represent different moments. For example, there's the danger is near motif, which is used so much, not overused. And it often it's just in the details. And it can tell you when danger is near. And some of my favorite examples of this is in the song Survive, where they say the name of the Cyclops, Polyphemus, using this motif, to that rhythm. Or they have the, trying to think of ones that aren't super far in that you gotta, look for, There's the Just a Man motif, which is, if you've seen Hamilton, it's sort of like the My Shot of Hamilton, where it's, like a commonly used motif throughout the musical, and the line is often repeated. Oh, hold up, something happened real quick.
That was me. I was trying to not interrupt you, but
no, my dog is just messing with stuff right now, hold up. Okay, it's taken care of. So, the music in... Can you hear me? I don't know why I keep disconnecting. This is so weird. The music in Epic, it's, really well designed, using the different instruments to represent characters, or the different motifs to represent characters, or even just sound effects. Athena is often represented, there are clock sounds in the background, or her instrument is the piano, which just really sells the idea that these are actual characters, not just people singing,
Right.
Or circling back to Zelda, the motifs, even from the very beginning of the franchise, with the first ever Zelda game, are commonly used. And I don't think I need to give examples, as if you're a Zelda fan, you certainly know what I mean. Played the game or not, you certainly, you have heard these songs. It's 6 songs in the first game, and almost all of them are used. For example, the iconic title theme for Zelda Ocarina of Time was actually originally in the first Zelda game, when you used the recorder item.
Right. I didn't know that, but that's
Yeah.
interesting.
It's they really do try to think of ways to reference the different material in the franchise. Or Breath of the Wild and Tears of the Kingdom, since they're the same world, a lot of locations are named after older characters, or different parts of the franchise. And these are in the most unassuming areas. Like, there's an area of like 3 bridges named after professors from The Legend of Zelda Skyward Sword. Or there's like lakes named after important Zelda characters in the franchise. It's these random pieces of like these random little references all over that shows that they care about the franchise and what people think of it and what they do with it, instead of just making random random names for their brand new fantasy world. Or a little reference, it could be a reference, could not be. But in Zelda Breath of the Wild, if you scan the Epona amiibo, Epona is like Link's classic horse, there's a chance to get the horse. And if you try to rename it at a stable, the guy will actually say like he can't rename legendary horses. I'm pretty sure there's a law against that. Because in Zelda Twilight Princess, if you renamed your horse a specific thing, it would actually let you hack the game. Like, just straight up download like extra firmware or whatnot. Just from wherever. Or software. I'm not the biggest tech guy. You guys check out the last episode with Cake. Or not the last episode, but I think it was our second episode. You should check that out if you want to learn about technology and some cool stuff about that. Might as well plug another episode. But yeah, it's truly like music and the simple sound effects that are in the background of like Zelda that sell the immersion. And I have met so many people that say, why play a video game? Because can't you just be in reality? But here's the thing. No matter where you are, we live in a horrible world these days with like AI taking jobs or politicians all over the world doing some horrible things. Something like just a video game you can truly immerse yourself in. Ignore the problems of the world. Just experience something beautiful. That's something you should always try to do in a time where no matter where you are, there's bound to be something bad happening.
Right.
And something else is that like in these times where so many people are losing jobs or making such low income that it's hard for them to just to live, having any way to just escape reality, even for a bit, is amazing. And I mean, especially with games like Zelda or pretty much any open world game where it's a lot of spectacle, experiencing it for the first time is truly life-changing. I mean, when I first played Breath of the Wild when I was in a horrible time of my life, because I had recently came out to a few friends as being bi, and one of them I found out wasn't that supportive of it, to say the least, which really hurts. Especially because this was someone I knew for like most of my life, which that was around the time when I first got Breath of the Wild, and that first experience was so satisfying, allowing myself to escape the world and just experience this, just see this, explore this huge world with all these little hidden secrets that you would only find if you were just walking around doing whatever, instead of, going straight to beat everything in the game, And it's things like that that I feel you should always, no matter what way, try to find a way to just relax. Another great way is books. Like, this is one people don't talk about as often. But, just reading a book, getting invested in a really good book can, really help you relax. Whether or not you're a big reader, taking a break from reality.
Mm-hmm.
And with this, I say, like, to all the people listening, go out there and just relax. Give yourself the time. Go out there. Give yourself the time you feel you need in a time where most people aren't doing themselves something good like that. They aren't giving themselves a break. They're working themselves hard. They're spending so much time trying to do this and that all at the same time. So everyone listening, take a break. It can truly help you. Even if you feel like by not being super productive right now, you're not doing good, it really will help you.
Right. Sometimes doing things for too long is a problem. So taking breaks are nice.
I mean, a really good example, a lot of Gen Z often skips lunch breaks while at work. And the common mindset seems to be if I take time out of doing lunch to do more work, then I'll get more done. But actually, the studies show otherwise. By taking your lunch break, by giving yourself that time to relax, you're more productive. You're allowing yourself time to take a break from trying to get all this stuff done and allow yourself to just relax. Even if it's for a short, like 10 minutes, that will.
Oh, I think you disappeared again.
Dude, I am cutting out at the worst times possible.
It's okay. I think that is a sign that we should end it. It's a little bit short, but it's okay. I'll give you a
Yeah.
chance to to finish your thought if you think you have your mic's gonna let you.
Honestly, I finished right at before it cut out, so we're good.
Okay, great. So thank you everyone for listening. I appreciate having you guys here. Random guy, thank you for hanging out and discussing everything. I'll admit I zoned out a couple of times because I'm not that much into Zelda, but this isn't for me. This isn't for my enjoyment. This is for you to talk about whatever you want. And that's what you did. You spent an hour talking about Zelda and music almost uninterrupted. So, yeah, great
Yeah.
job. But that's what this is for. So if you also want to talk about your favorite subjects for almost an hour uninterrupted, join my Discord server. It will be linked in the description. That's where I'll be finding people to participate in the future. Next week, I'm going to be doing my final mod, Poisons, and then the week after that, I will be doing an episode with my wifey, and then after that, I'm going to be getting to everyone else. So, thank you for hanging out. Do all the YouTube stuff, like, share, follow, subscribe, etc. Be good, stay safe, don't get any trouble. I love you all, and I'll see you all next time. Bye, everyone.